email received by the Foley family. The U.S. airstrikes against ISIS were given as a reason for James Foley's execution. Joining you now to talk about this, he's from Capitol Hill, is Texas Republican Congressman Mac Thornberry. He's also the vice chairman of the House Armed Services Committee and a member of the Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Congressman, how should the U.S. respond to the Foley execution? Does it change the mission?
No, it doesn't change. It reveals what sort of people they are. And secondly, it's an attempt to intimidate us into not playing a role in pushing back against ISIS, into trying to keep us out of Iraq and from joining a coalition to contain and stop them. So it doesn't change anything. It just reveals, I think, what they're about and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, you were a critic of the president's plan to battle ISIS. What should the U.S. be doing?
Well, the first thing we should do is quit talking about what we're not going to do. When the president takes options off the table, that only simplifies the planning of ISIS. And secondly, we should not reveal any details, any information about missions that we undergo to rescue people or to push back against ISIS. Thirdly, I think we do have to we have to reassure the Iraqis and others that we're in it for the long haul. The Iraqis are going to have to do this on the ground. We can assist them from the air, of course, but they know that we left a couple years ago. They don't know whether they should stick their neck out and trust us again. So we're going to have to reassure them that we're with them in the long haul, and then have a plan that'll make a difference. These tactical airstrikes don't really change the momentum.
Yeah. Congressman Thornberry, what are the fears for possible ISIS attacks on American soil?
Well, the biggest fear is that there are 10,000 to 12,000 foreign fighters that have joined ISIS, and various estimates, but many of them have Western passports. They're either American or they're Western European passports, so they can come here to the United States homeland without a visa. And they can bring what they've learned about bomb making and about assassinations with them here at home. We know they don't hesitate to kill people, and it's not just individuals. They don't hesitate to kill hundreds or thousands of people. And so I have no doubt they are planning on how they can do that here at home in the United States and in Western Europe.
I'm sure you're aware that there was a Pentagon briefing today, and the spokesman, Admiral John Kirby, said that the Pentagon would like to set up a plan to train the Syrian opposition, conceivably to fight ISIS, but also the Syrian government. How long has that been on the table, do you know?
Well, for a while. You know, part of the concern that folks have had with the administration is this slow rolling of deciding what to do with the situation in Syria, which has enabled ISIS to grow and expand into Iraq. You know, one of the key questions people on the Hill ask is, okay, if you're going to give weapons to the opposition, how do you make sure it stays with the moderates and it doesn't get in the hands of ISIS? That's been a key holdup that the administration has faced as they have looked at these different options.
Can I get you to follow up on something? You said that many of them had Western passports or American passports. Can you follow up on that? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they have passports. They're either American citizens with American passports or Europeans with European passports who can come to the United States without a visa. The numbers vary. A few thousand are the estimates that most press reports indicate. Again, 10,000 to 12,000 foreign fighters. You know, various estimates, I don't know the exact number, 2,000 to 3,000 say, have Western passports. It only takes a handful, as we saw on 9/11, to do enormous damage.
Congressman Mac Thornberry, thank you.
Welcome.